What's up everyone, welcome to Heroes Avenue, and today is the Joker spoiler-free review. Alright, so I'm just gonna give you my initial thoughts on this movie because there's a lot that happened. This movie is such a character-driven movie about Arthur Fleck, who becomes the Joker, or should I say embraces himself and eventually becomes the Joker icon that we know. And so, man, this movie is so freaking good. Todd Phillips definitely knocked it out of the park. Joaquin Phoenix killed this role. Oh my god, this guy deserves an Oscar. I was gonna say he deserves an Oscar nominee for sure, but man, I would not be surprised if he steals the award this year. Oh my god, the amount of work this guy put into his character, his body, his mental state. Oh man, you could see it all in the film. It is so good. And again, what people were really paranoid about when this movie was about to come out was sympathizing with a killer, with a mass murderer, and that's pretty much what you do. I definitely felt for Arthur Fleck. I felt for his character. You really sympathize with him because of all the shit that he's gone through with society beating him up, and just treating him like trash, and you really feel for him. You really want him to get back at the world, and he does it in a very violent way. Although I don't agree with his methods, it is definitely entertaining to watch as a movie, right? And so yeah, I mean, in this Joker that we see in this movie, he's not a mass murderer. He does commit crimes and murders, but it's not as crazy as you would have thought, and it isn't as big as the media makes it out to be. And I think it's because they're attacking this movie prior because they didn't watch the movie and they had these false assumptions of what it would be, and which is not the case. This movie is totally a character-driven movie, and I definitely would compare it to Taxi Driver, if you guys haven't watched it yet, with Robert De Niro. I think it was made like in the 70s, so it's definitely revolves around that movie. Definitely how that movie builds an arc for that character. It's very similar to Arthur Fleck, and the supporting cast in this movie is definitely really great. Zazie Beetz, she does a great job in this movie. Definitely plays her role. I'm not gonna reveal anything about what happens with her, but she definitely plays a significant part with Arthur Fleck's mental state, and you get to find out what what that's all about. And it goes with his mom. His mom is played by Frances Conroy, who plays Penny Fleck. She has a great chemistry with Joaquin Phoenix. I mean, man, when they're on film, you really feel the love, you really feel the care that the two have for each other, and you definitely see how that relationship plays out, which I definitely, if you guys haven't seen it yet, definitely worth the wait. And then of course you got Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro, he does a great job of playing the TV host named Murray Franklin. He does a great job in that. He doesn't get as much screen time as you guys think he would, but he does play a huge role in the third act of the movie. And then you got Thomas Wayne, who's played by Brett Cullen, and you also see Bruce Wayne, which is not a spoiler because you do kind of see him in some of the trailers, and those two play a great role as well. The kid that plays Bruce Wayne, he has like one line, doesn't play that big of a role, and his acting is meh, but he has a really small part in the story because I'm sure they didn't want to make it all about Batman, but they gave you just enough for all the comic book fans to get excited about. So yeah, and if you guys have watched it, you know what I'm talking about. And let's talk about the Joker. All right, let's talk about the Joker, because when Arthur Fleck finally becomes the Joker, and it is such a deserving ride throughout the entire film. You're following Arthur, through his journey, through his character arc, going through all the emotions with him, going through all the tragedies with him, and then when he becomes the Joker, it's just like you're just so happy for the guy, even though he's a bad dude, he's a villain. You're happy that he finally found himself, and that in itself is definitely an enjoyable place to be in as an audience. For me, I know people that I was sitting next to, they were like rooting for him. They're like, yeah, and I'm like, you know, this guy's like killing people, right? Like, it was weird. It was weird. You know, it's kind of awkward position as an audience, because we're like, we understand, like, you know, I hope you guys aren't, you know, no, you know, like, I hope you're not rooting for the killer to kill more people, but like, I hope you don't, like, you know, take in and make it, you know, follow his footsteps or something like that. We all know that, you know, people aren't gonna do that, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. What outside of my movie theater actually was a bunch of cops just parked outside, waiting for anything crazy to happen, and people to laugh like the Joker or whatever. I'm not sure if you guys are experiencing that, if you guys watched it on opening night, but there was a lot of cops in my area outside of my theater, so that was really interesting. But yeah, those are all my thoughts. If I could give this a movie rating out of 10, I'd definitely give it a solid 9. I think it's solid 9.5 actually. I'm gonna go watch it again, hopefully soon. I need to like really pay attention to all these, you know, little details in the movie. Just know that if you guys haven't watched it yet, you know, the way this movie is played out is a perception is from the view of Arthur Fleck, and so I want to see it from his point of view, and I have to see it when he does like reveal himself as a Joker. I have to look at it again from the, you know, from an outsider's point of view of how people see his character as a Joker, and just exactly how we saw, you know, the Joker of that Heath Ledger played in The Dark Knight, how we viewed him, right? And so we have a different perspective of Heath Ledger's Joker, but you know, if we were to follow his character and how he became the Joker, we would have a different perspective from him as well. So I want to see it from that point of view as an outside character. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna stop rambling now. So I want to know your guys' thoughts. What did you guys think about this movie? You guys have watched it. If you guys haven't watched it, why haven't you watched it yet? Right? Come on, guys, get your ticket now. All right. Anyways, let me know in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys again. Bye.